Welcome to another episode on our channel. I'm showing you something I've showed you before. This is the last 1/4 scale figure I've ever gotten. This is a Paul Atreides from Dune. It was produced by Prime One Studios in conjunction with Blitzway. They did a remarkable job with the facial features, the body, and the accessories. It's still out there, by the way. I see it on Sideshow. I got the bonus edition. I still see at least one bonus edition still available on Sideshow. So it's still out there if people want to get it. Mine arrived with a broken arm. So just, if it happens to you, just know it happened to someone else. And I think that was because the packaging wasn't completely perfect, or maybe they set it in just a little off-centered. I had number 7 out of the entire series. So I could have gotten a new body and waited 14 to 16 weeks to get it. I'm not that patient, so I took store credit instead and had faith that my husband and I could fix the arm, and we did. So it's a wonderful figure, but this is not about this figure. I wanted to show you the first 1/4 scale figure I've gotten. I have a few behind me. You don't really want a whole bunch of 1/4 scale figures. They take up too much mass. They're heavy. They cost a ton. So I have a handful, and I'm content with the ones I've chosen. I've been very selective about the process. So I'll show you. We'll pause a bit, and we'll bring in the first one that kind of got me a little hooked on 1/4 scale. We are back, and here is the first 1/4 scale figure I ever got. I kept looking at it and looking at it on Sideshow, and it's one of those stories where if you look at something long enough, eventually you kind of surrender and, go ahead and you purchase it. I don't regret doing it. It's a beautiful, overall piece with 2 figures for one, Grogu and Mandalorian. The way it has been sculptured, it's really fluid in terms of motion. It really captured my attention when I first saw it. I've been really good though. This was my last figure, 1/4 scale. The only other 1/4 scale figures I have are behind me, and basically I'm only interested in one, possibly 2 1/4 scale figures if they ever come out with a Zendaya. But I do want to get Loki, since he's one of the Avengers who's made an exit. We have Iron Man back here and Captain America and Black Widow who've made an exit from the Avenger series. So Loki would be the one I would want to get. Thor is still in it, but we never know for how long people will stay in these series. So this caught my attention. And since then I've gotten those, and this is my last one. But if you look at this figure, you can see it is just an absolutely wonderful work of art. And it's still available if you're interested. So we will pause and get the Mandalorian on a turntable so you can see him and Grogu from different angles. We are back, and the foundation to this piece is just wonderful. It's very nicely textured. It's hues of various hues of brown, maybe some light grays throughout. The rock formation is cracked in certain places. I'm not going to tip it up for fear of breaking anything, but it's just so nicely done. It looks real. His walking stance is as real as you can get it. I mean, he looks like he is walking on this foundation, and I really like that they've been able to have Grogu free floating here. He's attached to the cape, So there's nothing, no stand holding him up. He again is simply attached to the cape. So we'll go around so you can see him from different angles. But this is as majestic as it gets. He's actually still available if you're looking for this particular 1/4 scale statue. I can see it. It's available at least with the Big Bad Toy Store. And the price is really good for a statue like this. So his weapon is on his back. And again, this is just nestled onto the cape. Yeah. So there he is. We'll get some close-ups so you can see some more details from here on up, to include Grogu. And then we'll try to get some tight close-ups of Grogu's face as well as the Mandalorian's face. You can see a lot more details now that we got a tighter close-up on him. The armor is texturized and the color combinations are just wonderful. And some drawing in of the same color tone here with some pieces of his belt. The crinkles in the shirt and in the cape are just nicely done. The helmet does not come off, but we're used to seeing him this way anyway, the Mandalorian. And with Grogu, there is texturizing on his robe and so forth. So we'll just kind of do some profile shots here. So this way. You can see the creases in his pants as well for the Mandalorian. And you can't even really tell that the carrier for Grogu is attached to the cape. You wouldn't have guessed. This is a wonderful statue from my perspective. It's still available. You can get it from, I know for sure, from the Big Bad Toy Store. I've done business with them, never been disappointed with their service. Yeah. And it's at a really good price too, considering it's 1/4 scale. Usually when these things sell out quickly, the prices really go way up and off the charts when you start looking at eBay. With the slowing down of the economy and so forth, I think things are not flying off the shelves like they used to. So you can still find not just the Mandalorian, but Paul Atreides from Dune still available from distributors versus eBay distributors. So internet distributors versus eBay distributors. So nice statue. I hope you've liked what you've seen. Not much to see here, but here is a close-up of the Mandalorian. There is definitely much more to see here with Grogu. He's absolutely adorable. Here's one last look at the Mandalorian and Grogu next to Paul Atreides from Dune. I hope you've liked what you've seen. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, please have a great day.